Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm covering some of the most important news about everything coming in Zenless Zone Zero version 3.0, titled A Sleepwalker's Confession. I'll also be sharing my analysis, evaluations, and advice to help you approach this new version as comfortably and smoothly as possible. In today's video, we'll go through everything from the maintenance schedule, massive rewards, new characters, events, and lore, and all the way to how many gigabytes you'll need to download depending on your platform. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the release schedule. Version 3.0 will officially enter maintenance on June 17, 2026 at 6 UTC plus 8. The maintenance is expected to last around 5 hours. If you've ever waded through a HoYoverse maintenance before, you already know that 5 hours is pretty standard. Sometimes it's a little shorter, sometimes it goes longer. The important thing is that pre-download is already available on all platforms, so I highly recommend downloading everything in advance so you can jump in as soon as maintenance ends. As for the downtime compensation, every proxy who reaches Internaut level 4 before maintenance begins will receive 300 Polychromes through in-game mail. It's not an enormous amount, but it's still free currency, and I always say there's no reason to turn down free Polychromes. Now I want to talk about what is actually the biggest reason the community is buzzing right now, the Commemorative Gift package. This is something that genuinely impressed me in version 3.0, and if you haven't heard about it yet, get ready. The package includes 1,600 Polychromes, one free agent from the Phaethon faction, together with all of that agent's Mindscapes, meaning enough copies for upgrades, plus the recommended W engine for that agent, along with new outfits for the proxy. I want to emphasize this again. This isn't just a free character. It's a free character with a W engine and full Mindscapes included. In Gacha game history, packages like this are extremely rare, and when they do appear, they usually mark a major milestone in the game's story. Version 3.0 clearly wants to tell players something. This is a genuine turning point. Alongside that is the all-new program login event, running from the update launch until July 28, 2026. To participate, you need to reach Internaut level 5 and unlock the event feature in the prologue. Once you meet those requirements, simply log in for a total of 7 days during the event period. They don't have to be consecutive to receive 10 encrypted master tapes. 10 tapes. That's a very meaningful number of pulls. And when combined with the 1,600 Polychromes from the Commemorative Gift, the amount of free currency available in version 3.0 is genuinely generous. This is where I'll say it directly. If you're still on the fence about returning to ZZ, version 3.0 is probably the best opportunity to jump back in. Next comes the story content, which is something I'm personally very excited about. Main Story Season 3, Chapter 1 is also titled A Sleepwalker's Confession, and its teaser line reads, "I dreamed of another me, in a dream I would never wake up from." Just hearing that already sets the mood. A dark, highly introspective narrative that fits perfectly with the direction ZZ has been building since Season 2. To unlock this chapter, you'll need to complete the Season 2 epilogue, New, Eridan Sunset, B. If you haven't reached that point yet, you'll need to make a bit more progress. However, HoYoverse is doing something quite interesting this time by introducing the advanced screening feature, allowing newer players or those who haven't finished Season 2 to experience Season 3 early, as long as they've completed the Season 1 Chapter 1 intermission and reached the required rank. I think this is a smart decision. Instead of putting up a rigid wall that completely locks casual players out of the new content, they're creating a bridge so everyone can join the conversation around the lore. It's the kind of design philosophy I really appreciate. Now, let's move on to what most of you probably care about the most, the Phase 1 banners. Version 3.0 launches with 2 signal search channels running until July 8, 2026. The first is Graceful Gale, featuring the new limited S-rank agent Velina, a wind anomaly character. The second is Light Upon Fingertips, featuring Ye Shunguang, another limited S-rank agent who belongs to the Honed Edge archetype and fills the attack role. Both banners share the same boosted A-rank agents: Piper, a physical anomaly agent, and Nicole, an ether support agent. As for the accompanying W engine banners, Velina's signature W engine is Joyo Door for the Anomaly class, while Ye Shunguang's signature is Cloud Cleave Radiance for the attack class. I want to spend a moment analyzing this composition. Velina is a wind anomaly agent, and in the current ZZZ meta, Anomaly is an extremely powerful class when built correctly. Having a limited S-rank wind anomaly agent is something quite special because wind hasn't been the most heavily supported element until now. This suggests that Season 3 content may make greater use of wind weaknesses, or that Velina is designed to function within a completely new team archetype. Ye Shunguang is different. As a honed edge attack S-rank, the name alone already suggests a powerful DPS focused on either burst or sustained damage. Releasing both characters together in Phase 1 creates a very interesting duo. If you enjoy the Anomaly playstyle, go for Velina. If you prefer a more traditional attack playstyle, then Ye Shunguang is the better choice. If you're working with a limited budget or limited polychromes, I would recommend waiting until we have complete information about both kits before making your decision. But if you already have enough pity and pulls prepared, both of them look extremely promising. As for the audition stages, the final callback event allows you to directly test both Velina and Ye Shunguang while earning first-time clearance rewards. This is something I always encourage. Before pulling for any character, play their trial first. This is especially important for Anomaly characters because how they actually feel in your hands matters a lot. A character may look incredibly strong on paper, but if their rotation doesn't click with your playstyle, investing in them won't bring much satisfaction. Make full use of the audition stages. Next comes the main event of this phase, Celestial Nexus Intelligence Dossier. This is a quest-based event, meaning you'll gradually unlock missions as the main story progresses. The rewards include polychromes, boupons, and upgrade materials. One important thing to keep in mind is that this event requires access to the new chapter. So if you haven't completed the Season 2 epilogue yet, you'll either need to use advanced screening or clear the required content first. Personally, I think story-driven events like this are much more enjoyable than pure farming events because they provide context and motivation for every mission you complete. Adding boupons to the reward pool only increases the overall value even further. There's also one lore detail I want to highlight for those who enjoy ZZZ's world building. New posters outside the Spotlight Theater appear in version 3.0 featuring Lady Velina and Miss Norma, both of whom are high-ranking members of the External Strategy Department, or ESD for short. The posters tease a stage play called Angel and Demon involving these two characters. This is exactly the kind of environmental storytelling that ZZZ does so well. Instead of dumping lore into a menu, the game lets players discover it naturally through small details scattered throughout the world. If you're someone who enjoys digging into lore, this is an interesting piece to keep an eye on during Season 3. ESD is still a faction we know relatively little about, and the appearance of both Velina and Norma in this context strongly suggests they'll play a much bigger role in the narrative moving forward. As for cosmetics, version 3.0 introduces two new outfits for the game's two proxy characters, Belle and Wise. Belle's outfit is called Brilliance of Stars, while Wise receives Oath of Skies. These outfits are included as part of the Commemorative Gift package mentioned earlier. Including cosmetics in a free package is a gesture that has been received very positively by the community, since outfits in ZZZ are normally paid content. Finally, I want to quickly talk about technical preparation for anyone who hasn't pre-downloaded the update yet. Download sizes vary depending on the platform. On PC, it's around 8 GB through the HoYoverse launcher. On Android and iOS, it's approximately 5 GB through either the in-game icon or the respective app store. On PS5 and PS5 Pro, the download is roughly 28 GB, while on Xbox Series X and Series S, it reaches around 32 GB. Console players should pay attention here. 28 to 32 GB is not a small download, especially if you're using an unstable internet connection. Start downloading early so you won't be delayed when the servers go live. To wrap everything up, Zenless Zone Zero version 3.0 is shaping up to be a very special update in multiple ways. The reward package is the most generous I've seen in this game so far. The two new characters offer two clearly different playstyles. The story is moving into new territory with a darker and more introspective tone. And the advanced screening system opens the door for many more players to experience all of it. If you're a veteran who's been waiting, this is the moment you've been looking forward to. If you're a new or a returning player, this is probably the best time to start. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more analysis in the future. I'll also be making dedicated content for each character once we have complete information about their kits. See you in the next one.